So check this out, y'all. I'm growing things hydroponically. So when you hear people talk about, oh, that's hydro, a lot of people don't know what hydro is. Well, hydro is basically when you grow a plant in water, which is the hydroponics. So they call it hydroponics. Now, in order for a plant to survive, just like in dirt, it needs nutrients. So when I first started, I started with this stuff here. This, and this. And I grew the stuff in soil at the time with that. The plant didn't turn out as big and luscious as how these ones are growing in the hydroponics. And the hydroponics, they seem to grow so much faster. But it's some stuff you will have to learn, as far as nutrients. Plants need certain nutrients, just like we as humans need nutrients. So some of the nutrients that goes into the water, depending what you use, you could get the general hydro thing. They got this 3-set thing. That's what I started with. Now I haven't even finished it. But as I started learning more and more, I bought this stuff called Master Blend, which will help me save money. And it comes in a powder, so I had to weigh it out, mix it, and make my own liquid, which is that and this stuff here. So then you get all these other little things to help the plant. Cow mag. I really don't know what the hell all this shit do. I just watch YouTube shit and kind of follow the directions and look at the plants to see how they doing and adjust from there. I'm still learning too. So then there's other stuff here, all this. And the thing is with this stuff is just like how a baby, how you feed a baby food, and then as the baby get a little stronger, then the baby can handle different type of foods. I'm going to use that analogy to tell you that as the plants get bigger and stuff, you're going to give them more of this, and you will probably subtract some, because when the plants go to different phases, it's a seedling stage, a vegetative stage, and a flowering stage. So right now, these are in the flowering stage where they're growing these little, I forgot what this is called, but these little things here will all turn to buds and they will connect to each other. So you see, so these are still kind of young. They still got some ways to go. But this one here, see, it can kind of give you a little idea. This one back here really gives you. So those things, the pistils, that's what they call pistils. These things here will grow and grow and grow, and then they'll connect and they'll create buds and stuff like that. So back to this stuff here. Now, it's kind of like some mad scientist stuff. This is about to turn off in about 2 minutes too, because I got everything on the timer. Oh, turn off quicker. But let me turn it back on real quick. So I can finish this video. So then you got this stuff here, which is pH up. Then you got this thing here called pH down, and this is some other little nutrients. But to get to this stuff here, the pH up down, and the pH up. Now, you also will need these. This is probably the most important part of this, since you will need these meters, because these meters is going to judge the nutrients that are in the water. So you see right now it's on 0. When I put it in the water, see how the number goes up? So the number will go up or down, depending. It's also telling you the degrees of the water right here, which is 70 degrees, 70.5 degrees. So right now that's in EC, which stands for electric conductivity. Then this here, where it says 1650, you look, those words down there is parts per million. So it's just different ways of measuring the nutrients. Like I said, I'm still learning, but I'm slowly getting it together that the plants, you don't want to put too much nutrients in it, because you can kill the plant, or the plant will go through, issues. And this tool right here, which is another meter. Now this meter here measures the pH of the water, to let you know whether the water is alkaline or whatever. So these plants, they can survive in water, but the pH has to be between 5.5 and 6.5. If it's lower than 5.5 or higher than 6.5, that's when you will need, okay, let me see what this one is. Okay, 6.0, so that's good. So yeah, if it's higher than 6.5 or lower than 5.5, you want to make some adjustments to the water, and that's when you will use this. So if it's higher than 6.5, you want to put some of this in it, and you want to use little droplets like this, because this stuff is powerful. You just put a couple of drops in, and you watch that meter till it go down to the level that it should be at. I like to try to keep my water at 6.0, which is between 6.0 is basically in the middle of 5.5 and 6.5. So I like to keep my water at 6.0, and these things here drink a lot of water, especially when they start getting to this stage here. So you will probably be giving it water almost every other day, depending on how you do. I have time, I don't care. I talk to them, blow my breath on them, let them know they loved, whatever. But anyway, so this meter here lets you know what the pH is. I forgot what it stands for, pH, and once again, you measure the nutrients. You could use this to measure. I like this because it's longer as far as when I'm using this for feeding, and this is mostly to measure the pH, and it also can measure the feeding levels as well. So if you look here, it says 1570, which is kind of strange because this is made from the same company, right? And the pH on this is 1570. On this is 1640. And then it goes to 2300. And there's different scales. This is the 0.7 scale. And I found out that, in America, when you're dealing with hydroponics, they work on a 0.5 scale. So, once again, the plants, you know, you can't overfeed them or underfeed them, because then they'll show little, you'll notice certain stuff go down with the plants. So this is hydro, but like I said, I started out, yeah, the other thing too with this is, this is an air pump. So this is actually a pump that you would use in a fish tank, and these hoses are going into the water so that the water can bubble up like that, which is giving the roots oxygen, you know, because the roots need oxygen so they can breathe as well. So, you know, this is pretty fun. You know, I'm still learning, like I said, whatever. But you know, for a person who first experimented last year, I think, you know, maybe after this year, whatever, I'll become a fucking expert on at least growing this shit, you know, and learning how to feed it to where it can be, you know, a little more abundant, you know. So that's the hydro shit, y'all. It's funny.